On this day in United States Army history, May 20th, 1892, tensions were rapidly escalating toward what would become the infamous Homestead strike, one of the most significant labor conflicts in American history, and an event that would eventually involve federal military forces. The conflict centered around the Carnegie Steel Plant in Homestead, Pennsylvania, one of the largest steel mills in the nation. Workers and management were locked in a bitter dispute over wages, working conditions, and union recognition during a period of explosive industrial growth across the United States. As negotiations collapsed, company executives moved to break the union entirely. In July 1892, violence erupted when armed Pinkerton agents attempted to enter the steel plant by river barge to secure the facility. Gunfire broke out between workers and guards, leaving multiple people dead and many more wounded. The situation quickly spiraled beyond local control. Pennsylvania's governor eventually ordered thousands of state militia troops into Homestead to restore order, occupy the town, and secure the steel plant. Though federal army units were not the primary force used during the strike itself, the crisis reflected a growing reality in late 19th century America. Military organizations were increasingly being called upon to respond to domestic unrest tied to industrialization. For the United States Army, the period following the Civil War brought new responsibilities beyond traditional battlefield warfare. Army forces were often used to protect railroads, enforce federal authority, maintain public order during labor disputes, and respond to unrest across rapidly expanding industrial cities and western territories. The Homestead strike became one of several major labor confrontations that shaped how military and government leaders viewed civil disturbance operations. Many Americans questioned whether armed force should be used against striking workers, while others argued maintaining order and protecting industry were essential to national stability. The conflict also highlighted the changing nature of American power during the industrial age. Steel production, railroads, manufacturing, and transportation networks had become critical to both economic growth and future military strength. Army leaders closely watched industrial disputes because the nation's ability to produce weapons, ships, rail lines, and equipment increasingly depended on stable industrial infrastructure. Though controversial, events like Homestead helped shape future Army doctrine regarding domestic emergencies, logistics security, and federal authority during national crises. The strike also foreshadowed the enormous relationship that would later develop between American industry and military power during the world wars of the 20th century, when steel mills, factories, and transportation systems would become as strategically important as armies themselves. For the Fort Huachuca Public Affairs Office, I'm Romeo St. Pierre. Thanks for listening, and be sure to hit the like and subscribe button.